What if everything you've believed about calcium after 60 is only part of the real story? Maybe even the least important part? What if the reason your bones feel weaker, your balance less steady, or your joints tighter in the morning has far less to do with aging and far more to do with silent nutritional signals your body has been missing for years? New research on aging, bone density, and calcium absorption shows that some of the most powerful calcium-rich foods for seniors are not the ones most people expect. Yet they can activate bone-building cells in ways that surprise even experienced clinicians. And here's something most adults over 60 never hear. Your body can still rebuild bone tissue much more effectively than you've been told, even later in life. But could it be that the foods you've trusted for decades simply aren't delivering calcium in a form your bones can actually use? And could a handful of unexpected science-backed foods help rebuild bone density naturally, strengthening your hips, improving your balance, and supporting healthier aging without medications or complicated routines? Stay with me, because in a moment you'll see how one overlooked nutritional pattern determines whether calcium strengthens your skeleton or quietly slips through unused. Here comes your first curiosity loop. In the next few seconds, you'll discover why some ordinary foods, items you've eaten your entire life, behave completely differently inside the aging body than they do at 30 or 40. The reason is surprising, a little unsettling, and incredibly hopeful once you understand how it affects calcium metabolism. If you're over 60, you deserve to know that your bones are still alive, still adaptable, and still capable of rebuilding, sometimes faster than you'd expect, once the right biological switches turn back on. That's why today's topic is much more than a simple list of calcium-rich foods. It's about restoring confidence with every step, protecting your independence, and giving your body the raw materials it has quietly needed for years to support stronger bones. Here's your next curiosity loop. Researchers have identified a rarely discussed group of nutrients that act almost like bone activators in seniors, particularly those who struggle with calcium retention. When used correctly, these foods can shift bone turnover markers in ways many believed impossible after 60. We'll break that down shortly. Before we go further, ask yourself this. If your bones could still rebuild, if the process of increasing bone density never fully stopped, what would that mean for your balance, your mobility, your daily confidence? What would change in your life if you simply understood how to support that natural rebuilding ability? In this video, you'll learn why the aging body responds so powerfully to certain nutrient-dense foods and how a carefully chosen group of calcium-rich foods can become one of the safest, simplest tools to strengthen bones naturally for adults over 60. Now let's move into the surprising science behind calcium absorption, beginning with the hidden biological system that quietly decides where calcium actually goes inside your body. What most adults over 60 never realize is that bone loss rarely begins with pain or stiffness. It starts quietly, subtle shifts in strength, posture, and balance that unfold day by day, weakening the very structures that keep you steady and confident. New research on aging, bone health, and calcium absorption shows that even a small drop in usable calcium can trigger a chain reaction. Reflexes slow, posture changes without warning, and the bones in your hips and spine lose microscopic strength long before any scan detects it. It's a hidden threat, one that determines how safely you walk, how quickly you recover from a stumble, and how resilient you feel during even simple daily tasks. And here's something many seniors never hear. Thinking you're getting enough calcium does not mean your bones are actually benefiting from it. Here's your curiosity loop. In a moment, you'll learn about a surprising internal process that silently decides whether calcium strengthens your bones or simply slips through unused. Yet, there is real hope, stronger than most adults over 60 imagine. Studies repeatedly show that bone tissue remains far more responsive late in life than people are led to believe. Your skeleton never stops remodeling. It simply slows down unless it receives the right cues. When those signals appear, your body can shift from loss mode into repair mode, supporting stronger bones, steadier steps, and renewed confidence in your day-to-day movement. And coming up shortly, you'll hear how one simple nutritional pattern can accelerate this natural bone rebuilding process more quickly than many expect. What makes this especially encouraging is that the path forward doesn't require extreme diets, expensive supplements, or complicated routines. It begins with understanding which nutrient-dense foods activate bone-forming cells, improve calcium utilization, and calm the inflammation that accelerates bone thinning. When you choose these foods intentionally and combine them in ways that align with how the aging body processes calcium, you give your bones exactly what they need to rebuild and stay strong. Here's your next curiosity loop. Researchers recently identified a rare group of foods that act like calcium amplifiers for older adults. Most people over 60 hardly ever eat them, yet they can shift bone metabolism in measurable ways. We'll explore that soon. In this video, you'll discover how these science-backed calcium-rich foods support stronger hips, safer balance, and healthier aging, and how even small daily shifts can help your bones rebuild naturally. This brings us into the next section, where we uncover the surprising biology behind calcium absorption after 60, and why certain foods dramatically outperform others in the aging body. According to researchers at Harvard studying aging and calcium metabolism, one of the most critical turning points after 60 is a steep decline in the body's ability to extract calcium from food and deliver it to the bones that need it most. In simple terms, you may be eating calcium every day, yet your bones may barely receive any of it. That's why so many older adults notice changes in posture, balance, or joint comfort, even though they believe their diet is healthy and rich in calcium-rich foods. A 2023 clinical review adds another layer to this puzzle. Certain nutrient combinations can either activate calcium absorption or shut it down entirely. Put simply, the right foods act like delivery trucks, carrying calcium directly to your skeleton, while the wrong pairings leave it stranded in your digestive system. This helps explain why a bone density scan may show loss even when someone feels they're doing everything right for their bone health. Here's your curiosity loop. In a moment, you'll discover a little-known internal mechanism that quietly determines whether your bones stay strong or gradually weaken over time. Another study from the National Institute on Aging found that inflammation inside the aging gut can reduce calcium uptake by more than half. Put simply, your stomach and intestines may be working against your bones without producing a single symptom. That's why so many adults say, "I'm eating what I've always eaten, but something feels different now." The body changed even if the habits didn't, and this shift strongly affects calcium absorption after 60. And here comes your next curiosity loop. Scientists have identified a specific eating pattern based on how you combine meals that significantly increases how much calcium your bones retain. Most seniors have never heard this, yet it appears again and again in bone strength research. We'll uncover it soon. According to Mayo Clinic experts, the aging skeleton doesn't stop rebuilding. It simply rebuilds more slowly unless it receives the proper activation signals. In simple terms, your bones remain active, responsive, and capable of strengthening when supported correctly. That's why so many older adults report steadier balance, less morning stiffness, or even improved bone density results after making only a few targeted nutrition changes. And in just a moment, you'll see why some everyday foods sitting in your refrigerator right now, behave completely differently inside a 70-year-old body than they do in a 30-year-old one. All of this scientific evidence points to one encouraging truth. Bone loss is not a permanent or one-way process. With the right nutrients, your body can shift from losing to rebuilding, even well past age 60. In simple terms, you're not stuck with the bones you have today. They can improve. That's why so many older adults feel a renewed sense of confidence once they learn how to work with their biology rather than against it. Now let's break down what this really means for your health, and how the next section reveals the unexpected food patterns that determine whether your bones weaken or rebuild. Now let's count down through the science-backed foods that help rebuild bone density, support steadier balance, and strengthen the aging body from the inside out. As we move from number 13 toward number 1, each step becomes more powerful. So stay with me, because several of these bone health boosters may feel surprisingly familiar, yet work very differently after 60. Many adults assume they're getting enough calcium, but the real story is whether your body can actually use that calcium. These next foods play a major role in improving calcium absorption, calming inflammation, and supporting stronger bones naturally. Key elements of long-term mobility, stability, and healthy aging. Number 13. Yogurt. The mechanism behind yogurt's benefits comes from its ability to activate vitamin D pathways that directly improve calcium absorption in the gut, one of the biggest challenges for adults over 60. As the body ages, gut efficiency declines, meaning even calcium-rich foods may pass through unused. Yogurt helps counter this by supplying probiotics that strengthen the digestive lining and enhance calcium uptake. A practical way to use it is enjoying a small bowl at breakfast, pairing it with fiber-rich fruit for even better absorption. A key caution is that adults using acid-reducing medications should begin with smaller portions, as dairy may feel heavy or cause bloating at first. The result for many seniors is smoother mornings, steadier early steps, and a noticeable improvement in balance once absorption improves. Over time, consistent yogurt intake can support stronger bones naturally and help maintain mobility. Number 12. Kefir's mechanism centers on its unique probiotic strains that enhance calcium transport inside the bloodstream, supporting the body's ongoing bone remodeling cycle. These beneficial bacteria help break down nutrients more efficiently, making kefir one of the most powerful fermented foods for senior bone health. A practical use is drinking 4 to 6 ounces in the evening, allowing your digestive system to absorb nutrients gradually overnight. A helpful caution is that individuals with weakened immune systems should select pasteurized versions to avoid exposure to stronger live cultures. The result is a calmer digestive system, smoother nutrient handling, and better calcium utilization, an essential advantage for adults working to rebuild bone density after 60. Here comes your curiosity loop. In just a moment, you'll discover why a plant-based option may actually outperform dairy for many older adults, especially those struggling with calcium absorption or chronic digestive sensitivity. Number 11. Milk. The mechanism here is simple but essential. Readily available calcium paired with high-quality protein provides your bone cells with the raw material required for bone formation. Milk offers one of the most direct ways to strengthen the skeletal system, especially when paired with foods that support vitamin D activation. A practical intake is 1 cup per day for maintenance, though some seniors do well splitting this into smaller servings. A common caution is that reduced lactose varieties work better for adults who experience bloating, discomfort, or digestive slowing after drinking regular milk. The result is a familiar, reliable source of daily nourishment that supports long-term bone strength, morning stability, and everyday mobility. For many adults over 60, milk becomes a steady backbone of a calcium-rich diet, especially when combined with the foods coming up next. And stay with me, because the next food on the list may surprise you with how efficiently it delivers calcium, especially in older adults whose absorption rates have declined. Number 10. Soy milk, calcium fortified. The mechanism behind fortified soy milk comes from its mineral-enriched profile and plant compounds that help the aging body actually use the calcium it receives. After 60, many adults struggle to absorb calcium from traditional dairy, but soy milk bypasses some of those barriers by offering a form of calcium that remains highly available during digestion. It also supports smoother metabolic processing, which is essential for maintaining bone density and joint comfort with age. A practical use is simple. Add it to smoothies, oatmeal, or your morning coffee to create a steady calcium foundation for the day. A caution for older adults with thyroid concerns is to moderate intake and avoid consuming it exclusively. The result is a lighter, gentler alternative to dairy that still delivers powerful support for strong bones, helping seniors maintain stability, balance, and everyday confidence. Here comes a quick curiosity loop. In a moment, you'll see why a tiny seed can outperform larger foods when it comes to mineral absorption. Number 9. Chia seeds. Chia seeds offer a mechanism that surprises many adults over 60. Their natural gel-forming fiber slows digestion just enough to allow critical minerals, especially calcium, to be absorbed more steadily. This steady absorption is essential for helping bone cells rebuild, particularly in those experiencing age-related declines in calcium uptake. A practical way to use them is mixing a tablespoon into water, yogurt, oatmeal, or even a morning smoothie for a sustained nutrient release. A caution for anyone taking blood thinners is to monitor intake and adjust if necessary due to chia's natural omega-3 content. The result is smoother digestion, steadier energy, and more consistent mineral delivery throughout the day. An ideal foundation for supporting bone density naturally. And stay with me, because the next food delivers a calcium-magnesium combination that works far better than many supplements. Number 8. Almonds. The mechanism of almonds lies in their powerful pairing of calcium and magnesium, a duo that works like a guidance system, helping calcium move into bone tissue where older adults need it most. Magnesium also supports healthy muscle contraction, steadier balance, and smoother coordination. 3 essential factors for seniors working to rebuild bone density after 60. Almonds contain anti-inflammatory fats that reduce joint stiffness, especially the discomfort that appears after long periods of sitting or upon waking in the morning. A practical serving is a small handful, making almonds one of the easiest bone-strengthening snacks to include daily in a calcium-rich diet for seniors. A helpful caution is to chew thoroughly if you have dental or swallowing concerns, since whole nuts can be challenging for some adults over 60. The result is steady energy, improved mineral utilization, and a lasting sense of bone resilience that supports mobility, posture, and daily confidence throughout the day. Almonds may be small, but their impact on senior bone health is surprisingly strong. Stay with me, because one of the next foods contains more usable calcium than many supplements and works incredibly well inside the aging body, especially when calcium absorption naturally declines. 7. Tahini, sesame paste. The power of tahini comes from a mechanism many adults over 60 never consider. Its calcium is naturally bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb it with significantly fewer barriers than the calcium found in many supplements or dairy products. For seniors struggling with calcium absorption after 60, this alone makes tahini a game-changing food. It also contains anti-inflammatory plant compounds, specifically lignans, that help support bone resilience, protect joint comfort, and ease the subtle stiffness that often creeps in with age. A practical way to use it is spreading a spoonful on whole grain toast, blending it into salad dressings, or stirring it into warm vegetables for a deeper, nutrient-rich flavor. A clear caution is simple. Avoid tahini entirely if you have sesame allergies, as reactions can be stronger and less predictable in older adults. The result is a rich, flavorful nutrient boost that quietly nourishes your bones and provides consistent support for long-term bone strength and mobility. Here's a quick curiosity loop. In just a moment, you'll see why the next food delivers a rare combination of minerals that support both bone density and daily energy in adults over 60. House 6. Dried figs. The mechanism behind dried figs is their blend of antioxidants and essential minerals that work together to support stronger bones naturally. Their antioxidants protect bone cells from age-related oxidative stress, while the calcium and magnesium inside each fig help maintain bone density and healthy muscle function, 2 pillars of senior mobility. A practical intake pattern is enjoying 3 to 5 figs as a snack, ideally paired with a protein source to ensure smoother blood sugar control. A helpful caution for adults managing glucose levels is not to eat figs alone, as their natural sweetness can cause quick spikes in blood sugar. The result is steadier energy throughout the day, improved digestive regularity, and a subtle but meaningful contribution to daily mineral intake, an easy, delicious way to reinforce bone health after 60. Stay with me, because the next vegetable activates bone-building pathways that many seniors never hear about. Number 5. Broccoli. Broccoli's mechanism is tied to activating bone-protective enzymes and supplying vitamin K1, both essential for forming new bone tissue. This makes broccoli one of the most effective vegetables for seniors focusing on bone renewal and joint comfort. A practical approach is light steaming, which keeps the nutrients intact and helps older adults digest it more comfortably. A caution for those taking blood thinners is to monitor vitamin K intake and speak with a physician if needed, as consistency matters. The result is a gentle, everyday vegetable that quietly strengthens the skeletal system over time and supports smoother movement. In a moment, you'll see how its leafy counterpart offers an even more concentrated form of plant-based calcium. 4. Kale, dark leafy greens. Kale's mechanism involves delivering highly absorbable calcium and supporting the activation of osteocalcin, a key protein that helps minerals bind tightly to bone. This makes kale a standout food for seniors aiming to improve bone density naturally. A practical use is adding a handful to soups, stews, smoothies, or salads, making it effortless to include throughout the week. A caution for adults with kidney issues is to be mindful of oxalate levels, as excess intake may be problematic. The result is steadier movement, improved daily comfort, and a sense of physical confidence that grows as greens become a consistent part of your routine. Here's your next curiosity loop. The final 3 foods contain edible bones, and their calcium density is unlike anything else on this list. What they do inside a 60-year-old body is even more surprising. 3. Anchovies with bones. One reason anchovies stand out for adults over 60 is the mechanism behind their calcium delivery. Because you consume the tiny edible bones, you're taking in concentrated, highly bioavailable calcium, far more efficiently than from many supplements. These bones also come packaged with omega-3 fats, which help ease joint stiffness and support the lubricating tissues that keep your hips and knees moving smoothly. In practical, everyday terms, a simple way to use anchovies is to toss a few fillets into salads, pasta sauces, roasted vegetables, or even blend them into dressings where the flavor disappears, but the calcium remains. A useful caution is that many canned versions contain higher sodium levels, so sodium-sensitive adults should choose low-salt or rinsed options. The result for many seniors is a meaningful reduction in hip and knee discomfort, smoother mobility during daily activities, and a sense of confidence that comes from giving your bones a form of calcium they can use immediately. And here's a quick curiosity loop. In just a moment, you'll see why the next food doesn't just rebuild bone density, it also supports balance, morning stability, and long-term mobility in ways most people over 60 never expect. Number 2. Sardines with bones. Sardines offer a uniquely powerful mechanism for rebuilding bone density naturally after 60. Like anchovies, they provide edible bones packed with calcium, but they also deliver vitamin D and phosphorus, the essential trio proven in aging research to support bone remodeling and strengthen the skeletal system from the inside out. This combination helps your bones pull in calcium more effectively, particularly important after age-related declines in calcium absorption. A practical routine for most adults is enjoying a few fillets once or twice a week, whether on whole grain toast, in salads, blended into spreads, or served with steamed vegetables. A caution for adults managing heart concerns is to check sodium labels or select no salt added varieties, as some canned options run high. The result is often stronger mornings, improved balance, easier stair climbing, and a deeper sense of stability that many seniors describe as feeling grounded again. Stay with me because the next food is so unexpected, yet so effective for bone density, that many experts recommend it for aging adults who struggle to meet daily calcium needs. Number 1. Cheese. Cheese delivers one of the highest concentrations of easy-to-use calcium per ounce, making its mechanism uniquely powerful for older adults whose bodies absorb nutrients less efficiently. The calcium in cheese binds well to the proteins and fats present in dairy, allowing the aging gut to utilize it more effectively than many fortified foods. It also offers a slow release effect, keeping calcium available in the bloodstream longer, an advantage for bone cells trying to rebuild throughout the day. A practical use is enjoying 1 to 2 ounces alongside meals, whether in slices, cubes, grated over vegetables, or paired with high-fiber foods that support digestive balance. A smart caution for sodium-sensitive adults is to choose lower salt varieties such as Swiss or fresh mozzarella. The result is reliable, sustained support for natural bone rebuilding, improved calcium retention, and better daily mobility, benefits that continue accumulating over time. And here's your final curiosity loop. The story doesn't end with food. Several daily habits, most seniors overlook them, can dramatically accelerate how quickly these calcium-rich foods translate into real bone strength. Up next, we'll connect these powerful calcium-rich foods to the deeper biology that controls bone renewal and reveal the simple, science-backed habits that help the aging skeleton rebuild even faster. If you've been feeling unsteady, tired, or a little worried about your bones lately, you're not alone. Thousands of adults over 60 share the same concerns, and there is real comfort in knowing you're part of a community that understands exactly what you're facing. The hopeful truth is that your body can adapt, rebuild, and regain strength at any age, often more quickly than expected when it receives the right support. Tell us in the comments, how old are you, and what's your biggest health goal right now? Your experience could be the encouragement another senior needs today, and your story may help someone realize they're not walking this journey alone. Before making any major nutrition changes, especially if you're taking medications, always check with your doctor to ensure what you're adding is safe for you. Your bones still have a remarkable ability to grow stronger when given the right foods and habits, even later in life. If this video helped you, give it a like and share it with someone who could use a little hope and guidance today. And stay with me because in an upcoming video, we'll explore the daily habits that help your bones rebuild even faster.